Some of you women gotta get through your head, wrap your psyche around. A black man can love and cherish his mother and at the same time not want to date black women. So the first thing a black woman says is, oh, you must hate yourself. You must hate your mama if you don't want to date black women. He loves his mother because she birthed, raised, and nurtured him for his entire life. He don't love her because she's a black woman.
This is Drew, and I'm back again with Real Talk Today. We're going to get into this video as soon as we run the intro.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't.
Some of you women gotta get through your head, wrap your psyche around. A black man can love and cherish his mother and at the same time not want to date black women.
Yep.
So the first thing a black woman says is, oh, you must hate yourself. You must hate your mama if you don't want to date black women. He loves his mother because she birthed, raised, and nurtured him for his entire life. He don't love her because she's a black woman. He loves her because she's his mother. He don't care. I don't care what she is. She could be a chimpanzee. It doesn't matter. She's nurtured him his whole life, and she deserves his love. That don't mean he want to date a black woman. He ain't got to date his mama. He ain't got to be attracted to his mama. He ain't got to put up with his mother every day and her attitude and her mood swings and all of that.
Now, this is a subject I've seen bounced all over the internet probably the last couple of years, and nobody seems to want to, tackle the situation directly. As far as men, especially, let's just be real, black men that date out their race, and it always seems like they only date out the race after they've gotten money or whatnot. But to really understand what's going on, you have to kind of look at the big picture. It's a situation where a lot of these guys, they were considered lames. Women didn't see them as valuable or whatnot. They didn't see them as someone that would be a viable candidate. Maybe they didn't have enough swag, or, they didn't have, their family didn't have money when they were young or whatnot. A lot of these women don't really look at why these guys ended up going to other races or whatnot. It's not because we prefer, other races of women, but when we get in a situation where we are basically rejected by our own women or whatnot, when we don't have anything, but we seem to be accepting by, another race or whatnot when we're trying to come up, it's a situation where we kind of go where we're wanted. We don't go where we, not wanted. It makes absolutely no sense. Like that old saying, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. You can't expect.
But I think some of them athletes are going white women.
Because it's hard to juggle a college athlete schedule. They ain't got time for all that shit. That white girl get slapped nasty when they see each other. Like that ain't gonna be, oh, you didn't text me back. Bitch, you knew. I'm lifting weights. I got to go from lifting weights to position meetings, from position meeting to the actual practice, to getting shit taped, to getting shit scratched out, to got to do my homework. I just think at their age in their life, you know what I'm saying, a white woman is more understanding. I think, I don't want to say that, but other races than African American are more understanding.
I was just about to go there. You can't expect, these men that you look at as lames or weak or don't have swag or brokies or whatever when they're, on the come up and you don't want to have anything to do with it. You can't expect them to now, as soon as they get something, come back and start begging the same people that told them, we don't want you. You're not one of us. We're not accepting. You're not my type, this, that, and the other. You can't expect this man to just forget everything that has happened to him, when he was trying to better himself, so to speak. It's not that he hates his mother. And it has nothing to do with anything. And this is basically where the double standards started to come in, where women will say, if a black woman dates outside of a race or whatnot, you go, girl, you just came up, wish you the best, wish I had a Brad like that or whatever the case may be. But as soon as a black man get one, it's a situation where, hey, you hate your mama. You know, you sassy. You think you better enough. One has nothing to do with the
I
other.
was just about to
Than the
go
black
there.
woman.
Look, I was just about to say.
I'ma
look,
say that.
I'll go ahead and say it. Y'all sisters can be mad at me all y'all want, but let me tell you something, man. White women, they stay out the way, man. They understand. They understand the plan. They understand the actual grind. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Like, more black women, when a man is like in the midst of trying to become successful, they want to be a part of it, which they have the right if y'all married or something like that. But it's kind of like, I just hate to say it, man. White women, they just know how to stay out the way, and they will support your journey until you get to where you got to get to, no matter what the cost is. Black women ain't having that shit, man. You got to compromise.
I think black women.
You know, I think about even in my own situation when I was younger or whatnot, you know, my first couple of serious relationships were with non-black women. But that's just because that was what was around me at the time. And there was a few other ones that were around that were black, but, you know, they were pretty much, you know, loudmouth, you know, had their business all over the job. You know, all they did was cursed and, you know, messed around with different men at one time. And that was not something that I wanted to get involved with. So it was a situation where, you know, we didn't mesh. You know, what they were looking for and what I was looking for at that time when I was young were two different things. And it just so happened, you know, someone that was non-black came into my life one night and she treated me nice. And we ended up staying together for a good little bit. You know, I'm with a black woman now. But it's just because after, you know, things came around and ran its course, a black woman came into my life and she treated me nice. But I can tell you right now, you know, if I start out with nothing and, you know, none of the black women would have wanted me or whatnot, not end up with a white woman, I'm not going to divorce her now. This woman that has stuck with me through thick and thin when I had nothing and now it came up, I'm not going to divorce her to go back to find a black woman, you know, from a race that didn't want anything to do with me in the first place. That makes absolutely no sense. Come on now. And these same women will treat you just like this that's getting ready to come up. You know, almost all of them think everybody want to screw them. You can't be nice to them. You can't really speak or whatnot. This will be the same type of woman you may be trying to talk to or may not. She's going to dismiss you quick. But as soon as you get some money, she'll be the first one talking trash about you dating outside your race.
Look, I got a man. You already got your food. Please leave and get out my face. I said I got a man. Why you still talking?
Listen, I was trying to give you a tip. I was going to ask for your cash out. I don't have any more cash on you.
Oh my God, I would love to tip. You can have my cash out.
I want to tip business tip. Stop thinking about trying
I'm
to
telling
you. Get out of my face.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
See, now you consider rude, see, when you don't want to, you know, acquiesce when they're ready or whatnot. But this is some of the type of treatment you're going to get, you know, when they feel like you're not worthy or whatnot. So you make sure you keep that in mind.
I'm not gonna agree with Charleston White, man. Black woman gonna worry about your dick.
Big difference between the snow bunny and the African queen is the snow bunny will find a black man in progress. She will find him on the job. She will find him on the university. And that snow bunny will see a black man with potential and she will invest in him. She will help him level up. And then when the sisters see him 5 years ago, 5 years later, he's a millionaire. And the sisters say, look at that sellout. He went and got a white girl. But guess what? When he was looking for a sister to help him level up, to invest in him, none of them wanted it. You know why? Too many black women want a finished product. Black women have to, stay with me. Black women have to stop expecting men to be a finished product. It's harder on us. Help him level up. Stay with me. Help him level up and become what you need him to be. Because the big reason why these snow bunnies are running off with black men is they're meeting them when they have nothing, but they believe in their vision. And black women are waiting for him to cross the finish line. And by the time he crosses the finish line, the snow bunny done snatched him already.
There you go. Basically what we just got through talking about. You know, you're looking for something that's finished. You're looking for somebody 20 years old to make $1 million a day and be a thug but sensitive and hard but soft and, you know, Superman but, you know, Clark Kent. You know, but this man don't even exist. Come on now. I mean, you cannot, if you don't invest anything in, you can't expect to get anything out. You got to look at this thing like having a bank account. You know, if you're not willing to put anything in it, to open the bank account, Have you checked deposit or whatnot? What make you think you can go in and just keep pulling money out of someone that you have not invested anything in?
You see dudes, and it look like this. Nah, you good. It look like this, right? A dude will be with a chick for 10 years. And then it seems like when he get successful, he leave. And people will be like, oh, you waited till you left to be successful. So check this out. You remember when I was rapping, right?
Yeah.
I come out of jail. I done done all this time. I come home and boom, I'm in the mix. I'm rapping. It's going down. Bro, I would be in the house. You know what I'm saying? At this time, we staying in an apartment, me and my baby mama. I'll be in the house and I'll go in the restroom, cut the music on. I might be up all night just writing to the beats that I got, right? She'll come and have attitudes and all of that. You never supported nothing that I had going on. So now that I'm successful, you really drove me away from you. Now that I'm successful, what makes you think that you deserve a part of what I had? It's a lot of women out here that don't support the man.
You better believe it.
They don't support the man. You talk down on him. You're not building him up. And then if he leave and he becomes successful, because sometimes that's what it takes. It takes you having to leave from that negative motherfucker to be successful.
No, for real.
So then when I become successful, you feel like I left you behind when you didn't even do nothing to help me get
It's
to this point.
easier. I think a lot of yeah, you're right. I think a lot of black athletes are running to white women because it's easier to deal with. I'm gonna keep it real, because y'all black women act like niggas. Like her, because first of all, I'm paying all your bills, and you want me to take you to Chanel too, bitch? Pick one.
Facts.
Like, you ain't that bad. I done spanked you 4 times. Women over here try to act like men and tell you, bro. That's why I say, like, bro, I don't give a fuck how. Like, y'all think I'm lying. I'm not dealing with no woman talking to me crazy. I'm just.
This type of situation I've seen too many times, where, you know, a woman get with a guy, whatnot, and for whatever reason, he's not what she feel up to potential, up to par, you know, at the moment or whatnot. Now, I'm not talking about a bum. I'm not talking about somebody just sleeping on the couch, you know, bumming and whatnot. I'm talking about somebody that's working hard, got a vision, trying their best to work toward or whatnot. A lot of these women, like I said, they want finished product. They don't want to wait. They want something that's ready-made, ready to go. They want you rich out the womb, which is stupid. It just doesn't work that way. But she will sit there and pick it. You need to get a job. You get to pay some bills up there. And I understand, you know, don't get me wrong. You know, when you feel like, you know, I got bills today, when our bills got to be paid, I got no problem with that. But a lot of times they'll have a one man that is working. That is, he may not be able to pay it all. He may have to put in his half or whatnot. You know, but she feels like, you know, I can do bad all by myself. You know, I don't need no man. You know, like they got the phrase going around now, they don't want no 50-50 man and all this stuff. He may not have it all, but he's trying his best. He's trying to show you that he cares about you and he puts in what he can and whatnot. But you feel like it's not enough. You know, I should not pay all these bills. You know, I'm working my butt off, whatnot. And, you know, you need to do this and that. And he, you know, feels like, you know, well, she's just nagging me. She's not supporting me or whatnot. You know, a lot of times the man, he'll put up with that if he don't have any place else to go, don't have any more options, you know. But he may not say anything at that point because he don't want to get put out or whatnot. But when you start abusing someone, that's male or female, in the back of their mind, they start filing that stuff away and they don't forget, you know. And, you know, a lot of times when you mess it up, this person fool around and hit a lick or whatnot, and then you wonder, well, why did they leave me? Why didn't they take me with them? Why didn't they give me something? That's because you, like he said, you drove them off. You didn't put anything in. You didn't put in blood, sweat, and tears. You wasn't willing to wait, you know, for the cake to finish baking. You want to keep reaching in the oven and sticking your finger, and then you wonder why it keeps falling. That's not how it works. If you want a man, you want somebody that's got some sense, first of all, you got to pick better. You know, get your father involved. You know, if you got a brother, whatnot, somebody that can help you vet. But if you got a man working hard, you know, loves you, whatnot, you know, not abusing you, you see him trying or whatnot, you know, if you really want something in, you're going to have to stick there through the beginning. It's simple as that. Because once a man that went through a whole lot of trials and tribulations, a whole lot of women that used him, discarded him, he done been divorced, few kids or whatnot, you know, 9 times out of 10, he's not going to just dive back in and rescue you. You know, when you're in your, you know, he done went through his trials and you done went through yours. Now y'all meet again, you're late 30s or 40s. Now you need somebody to, you know, help pay all these bills and whatnot because you got all these kids and you're tired of working and whatnot. You're not going to trick a man once he has went through something. You might trick him, between the ages of maybe 18, 19 to 23. And I can tell you right now, guys at that age, they're not making any money. They're not supposed to. If they're in school, they're trying to get a skill. If they're already, working and whatnot, they're going to have to build their craft up to somebody feels like they deserve enough money, to make enough to pay all the bills. They're not going to be making that money in the early 20s, probably late 20s. That's just not how it works. Unless they're a basketball player, something like that, a rapper that might get lucky. But I'm talking about, 95% of the guys running around. But we're not going to take somebody with us that wasn't there doing the struggle. It's almost like, these women that go to these basketball games trying to get them a rich basketball player. You wasn't on the court with that man with practice. You didn't bring him one Chick-fil-A meal.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
When he was in high school or, late night in college trying to get himself together. You wasn't there. So what make you think you're going to come and, reap the benefits after the fact? It just doesn't work that way.
Family's using you. Let's go to dinner and I don't want you to pay the bill. I'm like, I always pay the bill. She's like, but let's just not pay it one time. And so there's like 20 of us at dinner and she said, we'll individually get our own checks tonight. Everybody looked at me like this at the end of the table. As I got my check, I felt really weird. But my wife Jacqueline's like, we're going to see. Everybody paid their bill. They got up. Nobody even gave me a hug and they walked out. My wife goes, this is how things have been going in your life. They say what you don't have as a kid, you crave as an adult. So I thought when I made a lot of money, I was like, dude, I'm just going to buy everything for everybody. And then everybody's going to love me. And then my wife's like, dude, you can't buy people's love.
No truer statement has ever been made. You cannot buy somebody's love. If they're not willing to be there for you in the beginning, work through your struggles, your ups and downs and whatnot, when you get to the finish line, they just got their hands out. They're looking for a hand that you owe me because I knew you back in the day or whatnot. You need to distance yourself from people like that. If you're ever thinking about being successful, you don't need anybody that is not willing to get in the trenches with you. Even it might be a situation where she may not be able to do the job for you, but at least she's encouraging you, bring you a cup of coffee, rubbing your back when you need it. Maybe that's all she can do. If that's acceptable, I got no problem with any of that. But don't get used by somebody that all they did is get in your way in the beginning and then they got their hand out at the end. Because most of these modern women, they're just looking for basically a do-boy.
Stop it. Get some help.
What? They're looking for somebody that, go out here, work hard, get the money, and then just give it to me. Don't tell me what to do. Don't try to protect me, because you can't protect somebody that don't listen to you. So they don't want to hear anything you got to say. They want to just run amok, do whatever, run the streets, multiple men, whatever. But they want somebody to just hand it to them. Like I said, a situation like that can only lead to disaster for you as a man. We don't have so many years on this earth. And the statistics already show most men don't even reach their earning potential till they are mid to late 50s and 60s. That's when they really earn their peak money. So if you let somebody leech off you all the way through, you can best believe you're not going to have anything when you get to the end to even be able to even think about retiring. That's going to be, so you're going to be somebody working at Walmart trying to hold the bills together because everything that you got, you gave it away to somebody else that didn't even appreciate it.
So if a man is not paying 100% of the bills, do you feel like a woman is not supposed to submit to him?
I never said anything.
I'm asking.
Foolish. I'm not a simp. I'm not a sucker.
Okay.
I would never encourage any man to deal with any woman on this earth that is not carrying her own weight. Okay. That is a sucker, that is a simp, that is a man that is falling in love with leechism. Any woman that is not willing to contribute to that household, whether it be finances, whether it be cooking, cleaning, whether it's moral support, she's a leech. We're looking for a partnership, not a sponsorship.
And with that, we're going to end it right here, and I'll see you at the next one.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy.